All right, just a short demonstration of what I've come up with here on Desmos. The red line indicates the incision. And so here we have the slope of the incision, which is a slider. And if we move that back or forth, you can see that that's going to change the slope of the incision. Here, the blue line represents the stitch. That would be a stitch. And the black dot here is the point of intersection of the stitch with the incision. So what do we got? We've got the equation of the incision. Notice that as I change the slope, that's going to change the incision. The incision here, I've made it start at 0 and it ends at 20. And then, of course, you can vary the slope of the incision and you can change the start and the end point. Here is the point along the incision, so whatever A is, f of A, and by moving this slider, I can move this point. So I can move the point along the incision. Notice that the stitch moves with it. The starting point and the end point of the stitch moves with the slider. So again, I can vary the slope of the incision. Notice the stitch always stays perpendicular to the incision. I can vary the location of the stitch with this slider, and then I can also change the dimensions of the stitch. So based on whatever slope you have and whatever location of the stitch, then you can vary how wide the stitch is with this slider. And so here I've got the end points of the stitch, and then I've got this equation which draws the stitch. And really that's a purple line. I guess I could make that a blue line if I want to. There we go. So now all of the blue stuff is stitch related. The red is the incision. And again, the black dot is the point of intersection of the stitch with the incision. And notice that that is always perpendicular. No matter where you place the stitch, no matter how wide or narrow the stitch is, and no matter what the slope of the line, even if you want it to be a negative slope, you can always adjust based on the incision. You can adjust where the stitch is, and then you can adjust how wide the stitch is. And these are all using formulas which can generate your stitches based on your incision length and slope. Man, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.